Marvin, how do you assess that one after today?
Probably have to assess it in two separate halves, to be honest. The first half just so far away from what we've been doing. We've spoken so much during this week about complacency, about good teams and good players and doing things to the best of your ability day in, day out to make sure on a Saturday you're at it. And I said to the boys before the game, the more games you win, the bigger the target is on your back, and you have to embrace that. You have to go out there and show why you have been on the run that you have been on. And we were just so far off at Sandra. The two goals, we'll speak about them again on Monday. But outside of that, we have a way that we play. We go through it. It's all recorded. The players know. So whether they're out there and not getting it, then it's recorded and it's sent to them. And I'm seeing players doing exactly what they want to do, and it's reminiscent of the Yalawa game. I'm just seeing players go out there and think they know best, and that won't be accepted.
It was one of those games when you give teams, any team, as we've said before, any level, give them 2 goals at the start, and it just makes it difficult.
Give them 1 goal head start, give them anything, and we spoke about not doing that, not giving teams anything to hang on to. But yet we do that. We don't defend properly. We don't pick people up. We concede a set play. We switch off from a set play, which can't happen. It's a dead ball situation, so there isn't a situation where we should switch off, but we do. We're 2-0 down. And as I said, it's not just the goals, it's the all-round play, things that we don't work on. We have a structure for a reason. In the final third, go and express yourself, definitely. But to get there, we have a structure and things we want to do, things we have been doing, and then all of a sudden we don't want to do it today. Because maybe it becomes too easy doing that, and maybe, doing your own thing is what individuals want to do. But it's not an individual sport, it's a team sport, and the manager of this football club, and we have to follow what we say we're going to do. And we didn't do that today in the first half especially.
Before they actually scored the first goal, they had a warning just prior to that, and it was almost an identical move. Yeah,
we had a couple of warnings, didn't we? Straight balls again, putting people through on our goal, we're crossing over, and like you said, then we concede those 2 goals in the manner we did, and it's extremely disappointing, and we have to learn from it, because it's not one of those things that it can keep on happening. We've always said that yes, it's good to go behind and show that bounce back ability, but one day you won't be able to come back, and that day was today. Listen, we had the warnings. We have to learn, as a group. We have to keep on learning when we win, lose or draw. But in the manner of the defeat today, there's a lot of learning that needs to be done. And, hopefully it's a shock to the system to show, if you don't go out there and repeat the levels that you've shown in previous weeks, you're going to lose games of football. That comes down to all of us, not just the players, the staff, absolutely everybody. We're in this together. But, as I said, that first half and the goals we conceded, no.
You made changes at half-time, brought on 3, and an instant difference from that start for at least 20 minutes of that second half.
Yeah, the boys come on and give us some brilliant energy, and it's fantastic. We change the shape because we have to. We have to do something to get ourselves back into the game. We then get 2 goals. Lewis absolutely fantastic, puts 1 cross in, and Kieran heads it in at the back post, and then almost a cross-come shot. But if it's going to hit the target and people run across it, you get your reward. So absolutely fantastic from the wee man, comes on and does that and impacts the game. And then all of a sudden, it's from the sides we're saying, right, calm down, move the ball about, and try and kick on again. And then we can see the goal. It's a free player in our box, and I've seen it far too many times. I've seen that story far too many times already this season. And as I said, we'll watch it back. But if we're not learning from it, then there's a problem, and for me, it's just disappointing that, as I said, you're going to lose games of football, but don't lose it through, not a lack of effort, but lose it through, too many mistakes. And that's what happened today. And listen, it wasn't great. I had to make a late change to the team because I've got players that can't arrive on time. It's just really a knock-on effect. And that can't be accepted here. It really, really can't. And as I said, if we lost the 3 games previous to this, would that happen? Probably not. But, it's just a knock-on effect from that, really. And then it goes into the game. People want opportunities and they're not taking them.
You brought 2 players in or 2 in yesterday. So Harry Stone started.
Yeah, Harry started. It's probably been a difficult 24 hours for him. Or 48 hours, obviously, is a way of hearts. He then comes back, and then loan gets sorted late yesterday evening. So first time he's met the boys is today. He came and claimed a couple of crosses, which took the pressure off us, which was fantastic. And he'll get used to the players and around him. Our competition to that area definitely. He's a good goalkeeper. Now it's about he wants to play as many games as he possibly can. The same as Gordon when he's back, same as Charlie. So yeah, we've got 3 good goalkeepers in the building now. They give each other competition.
And Jake coming on as well, sort of just finding his feet too.
Yeah, exactly. It was a difficult one in terms of Jake because he drives up on Thursday. Obviously, there's a 7.5 hour journey. He trains with us yesterday, but there's always an element of, how much can he actually play? Not through fitness because he's been training, but after a long drive like that, you do have worries. But yeah, we got him onto the pitch today. Probably be disappointed with himself. The chance he had, I know it was a left-footed chance, but he'll have goals. He's a really, really good finisher. He wants to go in behind, he wants to stretch teams, and he wants to cause defences problems. So as he begins to find his feet and get used to us, he's definitely an acquisition that I'm delighted that we were able to make, and he gives us something different at the top end of the pitch.
And unlucky as well, the one coming off the post.
Yeah, exactly. And I said to him, when the ball's in wide areas, just find yourself in the box, and he doesn't need to be told that twice because he's a centre forward. He wants to score goals. He wants to do that side of it. Probably got Kyle and Gav who do a lot more. Maybe for the team a little bit deeper, but he's one that wants to be in and around it. So like you said, very unlucky with the one that comes off the post. I think we, it sounds crazy because we scored 2 goals, but I think, we probably could have scored more and probably should have scored more, created more than enough chances. But, as we said in there, you can't give yourself that uphill task. And we did that in the first half, and then even the 3rd goal, it's avoidable. And, it's, as I said, Sunday league stuff at times.
Especially when you get back to 2 each, you're looking to at least take a point from it.
Yeah, we're looking for more than that. It's looking to go on and win the game. But we said at half time we can't afford to concede again, and then we do concede again. Then, like you said, we want to take at least a point. We're looking for 3 points at that time because there's a lot of time left in the game. I think we scored a second one in the 61st minute, if I'm correct. Yeah. So there's more than enough time. And as I said, the shout from the side is just calm down, get us playing away again. Don't need to go gung ho. We don't need to score again in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, it's just so many things we work on stopping, and we don't stop. And again, it's happened again today. And again, I have to look at the week that we've had leading into this. I have to look at myself first and foremost because I'm the manager. But this in the Alloa game had too many similarities for my liking.
You've talked about when you're not going to win every game, and it's about how you react and dealing with adversity and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So this is an example for them to do that.
It is an example, but first and foremost, we're going to go through it. It's not going to be one of those things that you just move on from because that isn't acceptable. Sometimes you're going to lose games of football where you're either unlucky or the other team outplays you. But today, it's almost like we outplayed ourselves, so that won't be brushed under the carpet. We'll go through that at the start of next week, the first couple of days of next week perhaps, because that can't be accepted. So like you said, we have to deal with it, we have to move on from it, but first and foremost, we need to get our teeth into that, because that can't be repeated again. I've seen it twice. I've seen too many things, twice this season, Alloa game and this game, that repeated themselves. So there's a lot of learning to be done, and we will learn. We have to learn. There's no other way to go.
You have a break from the league next week, away to Partick in the Cup. Would you have preferred to have a league game?
First have a league game on Tuesday, if I'm honest. After a defeat, I think everyone will be the same. But we don't. We have Partick. It's a situation now. I said to the players that over probably the last 3 games, you've got your shirts and you deserve to hang on to them. Now it's open season again. Not because we've lost a game of football, because it happens, but in the manner we've lost some of the goals, and people just not listening, doing their own thing. So it's open season again. We'll make some changes going into the Partick game because we have a squad and we need to give some people an opportunity. Most definitely, and it's a game that we want to win, and we want to go out there and give a performance. But there will be changes made in that game, and then obviously we concentrate on the league after that. But the most important thing for me is Monday and Tuesday of this week coming, because a lot of learning needs to be done.
Partick will be that next test again, won't it? It gives you another test and another way to see where you are.
Oh, of course, yeah. But we faced that with Queen's Park. We faced that with Motherwell. With teams, from 1 league up and 2 leagues up, so we know what to expect. Partick are a very, very good team. Obviously, they got to the playoffs last season, actually to the final. So I know there's been a bit of change there, but they got a good manager, but good players. But first and foremost, we've got to take care of our own business. And the first part of our business is a debrief from today.